Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now the finals going on. I still ain't watched them yet. Holding up on that. Right after this, I'm going to watch my little finals. You know, take my time watching. I don't like to watch stuff live no more. Anyway, in boxing, everybody is Friday, right? We got one more damn day. One more day. And we're going to see another undisputed fight, which is good in the world of boxing. Now, we don't like the circumstances, how this fight materialized, but it's still an undisputed fight, nevertheless, or nonetheless. Bottom line is, you got longest reigning lightweight champion that we have right now in Devin Haney. Probably one of the most avoided fighters in boxing right now. He's definitely in the top 3 most avoided, because Demetrius Andrade is another one. So I'm leaving the other one open because I can't think of another one right now. But Andrade and this guy, the most avoided. You can put Luis Ortiz up in there, but whatever. Very avoided guy. And George Kambosos, who is now the 3-belt champion in the lightweight division because of his sensational win over Teofimo Lopez. And, you know, he did well. I watched that fight again recently, and he did well against Teofimo Lopez. I liked his swagger the whole fight. He did well. He had his belief in himself. George Kambosos handled his business against Teofimo Lopez. And listen, for those who always say cherry pick gone wrong, that was that. Because we all know that Teofimo Lopez could have fought Devin Haney for undisputed as well, didn't, and was doing everything to fight Lopez. Kambosos. Teofimo Lopez was doing everything. I got to fight Kambosos in front of 60,000 people in in Australia, and if I don't do that, then maybe Haney, right? And then he kept trying to fight Kambosos, but didn't want to go to Australia later. You know, he was all over the place. Kind of like Kambosos is now. But at the end of the day, we don't want to talk about that. We'll talk about that in every video. This video is about George Kambosos ain't got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. It would be very hard pressed for him to say we lost. The only thing that can happen to George Kambosos, where it's like he's lost something, right, is like a first or second round knockout. Other than that, I think he can get dominated and still his reputation to be intact, right? There's not too much that can happen. It's all the gain here. If the man gets a draw with Devin Haney, that'd be awesome. And I'm talking about, here's the deal: a draw with Devin Haney means, probably 8 to 4 rounds. Right? Because 7 to 5 rounds, I don't know. If Haney got 7 and Kambosos got 5, Kambosos might get that fight. But at 8 to 4, that's probably going to be a draw. Right? Basically. If he wins, he's an automatic legend. Because, see, that's what happens when you fight a guy on a Negro League. Right? You're an automatic legend if you beat Devin Haney. You're an automatic legend if you beat Demetrius Andrade. Right? Automatic. You're an automatic legend if you beat Guillermo Rigondeaux. The only one that did it was somebody way bigger than him with Lomachenko, but they still said it was awesome. Lomachenko was way 2.5 divisions bigger than him. Right? You're going to be a legend. You're going to be a legend if you beat David Morrell. You would be a legend, whoever you are, if you beat Terrence Crawford. And if you're not of color, you're through the roof legendary status. Right? So this is what I'm trying to say here. So everybody know what time it is. Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder. We don't give a damn if he cheated. And whatever. And he's going to be a legend. That's what his biggest win is, Deontay Wilder, isn't it? Right? Even though they would tell you before the fights they ain't fought nobody, he's not that good, he's this and he's that and that. But when we beat one of these Negro League fighters, you're a legend. Right? And that's what can happen with Kambosos, because everybody know what time it is when it comes to Devin Haney. That'd be a damn good win. Now, another thing, he's earning more money. A lot more. Like almost 10 times more money. And it's going to be that way in both fights. So what do you have to lose? Here's another thing that just happened. Devin Haney's father, we all know, wasn't allowed to go to Australia because of a prior drug offense 30 years ago. Now his visa's been accepted. So he's going to be there too. Which means there's no excuses. Right? There's no excuses. Man, we could say that Kambosos got a lot of pressure on him, but he doesn't really. Because he's, there we're going to make sure it's not too many scenarios where he's going to be, people going to look down on him if he loses or whatever, or just has a good account for himself. He'll be fine. So there's really nothing for him to really, really be nervous about, because at the end of the day, no one really, really expects him to dominate Devin Haney, right? Let's be honest. Even if you think he's going to win, do you think he's going to dominate Devin Haney, right? Because in your heart, you know Devin Haney's good. If whoever dominates Devin Haney, that's going to be a legend too. I don't see nobody really, around his division that's going to do that. Maybe a Shakur Stevenson, but not dominate a Devin Haney. So let's see what happens. My whole point here is, Kambosos ain't got really nothing to really worry about. He has nothing to lose here. He has it all to gain. That's why when we say he's nervous, I do think that he's nervous for different reasons, for some of the things that he's talking about. It makes really no sense. We heard about him calling Devin Haney a rat for Devin Haney giving him information about Teofimo Lopez. When we damn know that, hey, wait a minute, Devin Haney, I'm trying to fight the guy who said he's going to fight me, and that was Kambosos. Teofimo Lopez wasn't going to fight Devin Haney, so I'm going for Teofimo Lopez. I'm going for George Kambosos. Here's some information that you might need to beat the guy who's scared to fight me. Who wouldn't do that? And you're in America. Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney's in one big country, and we got two of them. America's East and West America, so it ain't like you have a bond and you're ratting on your countrymen, right? And then come to find out he did it when he was sparring with Manny Pacquiao against Jeff Horn. But he sparred with Pacquiao, and Pacquiao got his butt whooped by Jeff Horn, so it didn't really help. Long story short, dude ain't got nothing to lose. He might as well. He's gonna fight. He's gonna be loose. He's got swagger, George Kambosos. He's going to be ready. And like I said it before, Devin Haney going to have to strap him up if he's going to beat George Kambosos. But we out of here, y'all. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide.